Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where the boundaries of time and space are bridged by the power of storytelling and the pursuit of knowledge. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey to the ancient city of Tripoli, a place where the whispers of the past converge with the majesty of the Mediterranean. As we delve into the origins of this venerable city, let us first set the stage for our exploration. Ancient Tripoli, situated on the northern coast of Africa in what is now modern-day Libya, was a city of breathtaking beauty and strategic importance. Its history is a rich tapestry woven from the threads of various cultures, each leaving its indelible mark on the urban landscape. As we navigate the earliest chapters of Tripoli's story, we find ourselves in the 7th century BC, when the city was first founded by the Phoenicians, those intrepid seafarers and traders from the eastern shores of the Mediterranean. The Phoenician founders of Tripoli chose a location that was both defensible and conducive to trade, with the city's natural harbor offering a secure anchorage for their ships. The site itself, nestled between the sandy beaches and the rolling dunes of the Libyan coastline, presented a picturesque backdrop against which the city would rise. We can almost imagine the sound of the waves gently lapping against the shore as the Phoenicians began to construct their new settlement. The year was approximately 650 BC, and King Argos of Sidon, a powerful Phoenician ruler, had dispatched his brother Malku to establish a series of trading posts along the coast of Africa. As we explore the early history of Tripoli, we find evidence of a thriving economy, with the city serving as a hub for the trade of goods such as salt, textiles, and metals. The Phoenicians were skilled craftsmen, and their expertise in shipbuilding, glassmaking, and metalwork would soon make Tripoli a center of industry and commerce. We can picture the bustling markets filled with merchants from all corners of the Mediterranean, haggling over prices and exchanging exotic goods. The strategic location of Tripoli also played a crucial role in its early history. The city's proximity to the Mediterranean Sea facilitated trade with other civilizations, while its position on the coast of Africa allowed for the exchange of goods and ideas with the interior regions of the continent. As we delve deeper into the earliest history of Tripoli, we find evidence of cultural exchange between the Phoenicians and the indigenous populations of North Africa. The Garamantes, a powerful Berber tribe, would soon become key trading partners, providing valuable commodities such as ivory, ebony, and precious metals. The 6th century BC marked a significant period in Tripoli's early history as the city began to establish itself as a major commercial center. As the centuries unfold, Tripoli will evolve into a thriving metropolis, marked by periods of greatness and challenges that will test the resilience of its people. For now, let us pause at this threshold, where the seeds of greatness have been sown and the city is poised on the brink of a new era. In our next segment, we will venture into the heart of ancient Tripoli's most flourishing period, where the city's strategic importance, cultural achievements, and historical significance will come into sharper focus. We will explore the impact of the Punic Wars on Tripoli's development, as well as the city's relationships with other major powers in the Mediterranean. Join me as we step into the vibrant world of ancient Tripoli, a place where the confluence of human ingenuity, geographical advantage, and historical circumstance created a truly remarkable urban center. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our fascinating journey through the annals of time, exploring the captivating story of ancient Tripoli. As we left off in our previous segment, the city had been founded by the Phoenicians in the 7th century BC and was poised on the brink of a new era of growth and development. Now, let us venture into the heart of ancient Tripoli's most flourishing period, where the city's strategic importance, cultural achievements, and historical significance will come into sharper focus. The 5th and 4th centuries BC were a time of great transformation for Tripoli as the city began to assert its influence in the Mediterranean world. The Phoenicians had established a thriving commercial center with trade connections stretching from Spain to Syria and from Italy to Egypt. As we delve into this period, we find evidence of a vibrant cultural scene, with the city's inhabitants drawn from a diverse array of backgrounds. The Phoenicians had brought their own unique customs and traditions, but they had also absorbed influences from the indigenous populations of North Africa, as well as from other Mediterranean civilizations. We can imagine the sounds of different languages being spoken in the city's markets, the smells of exotic spices wafting through the air, and the sight of people from all walks of life gathering to exchange goods and ideas. One of the most significant events of this period was the construction of the magnificent Temple of Amun, a grand edifice dedicated to the worship of the ancient Egyptian god. This temple, built in the 5th century BC, was a testament to the city's wealth and cultural sophistication, and its design reflected the blending of Phoenician and Egyptian architectural styles. We can picture the temple's imposing structure, with its towering columns and intricate carvings, standing proudly at the heart of the city. As Tripoli continued to grow and prosper, it became an important center of learning and intellectual inquiry. The city was home to a thriving community of scholars and philosophers who engaged in lively debates about the nature of the universe, the meaning of life, and the ideal form of government. We can almost hear the sound of their discussions as they pored over the works of great thinkers like Aristotle and Plato and explored the latest scientific discoveries. The city's strategic location also made it a crucial hub for the exchange of goods and ideas between the Mediterranean world and the interior regions of Africa. Merchants from all over the ancient world came to Tripoli to trade in valuable commodities like ivory, ebony, and precious metals. The city's famous glassworks, which produced some of the finest glassware in the ancient world, were also a major draw for traders and artisans. As we explore this period in greater depth, we find that ancient Tripoli was a place of remarkable creativity and innovation. The city's craftsmen were renowned for their skill in working with metal, wood, and stone, and their creations included beautiful jewelry, intricate mosaics, and impressive architectural monuments. We can imagine the sight of artisans at work, hammering away at glowing pieces of metal or carefully arranging tiny tiles to create stunning works of art. The impact of the Punic Wars on Tripoli's development was also significant during this period. As the city became embroiled in the conflicts between Carthage and Rome, it found itself at the center of a maelstrom of diplomatic and military maneuvering. Despite the challenges posed by these wars, however, Tripoli continued to thrive, its people adapting and evolving in response to the changing circumstances. As we near the end of this segment, let us pause to reflect on the remarkable achievements of ancient Tripoli during its most flourishing period. The city's strategic importance, cultural sophistication, and historical significance all combined to make it a truly remarkable urban center, one that played a major role in shaping the course of ancient history. In our final segment, we will explore the decline and aftermath of ancient Tripoli, as well as its lasting legacy in the modern world. We will examine the factors that contributed to the city's eventual decline and consider the ways in which its cultural and historical heritage continue to inspire and influence us today. Join me as we conclude our journey through the fascinating story of ancient Tripoli, a place where human ingenuity, geographical advantage, and historical circumstance came together to create something truly extraordinary. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we conclude our fascinating journey through the annals of time, exploring the captivating story of ancient Tripoli. As we left off in our previous segment, ancient Tripoli had reached the pinnacle of its prosperity and influence during the 5th and 4th centuries BC, only to find itself embroiled in the tumultuous waters of the Punic Wars. In this final segment, we will delve into the decline and aftermath of ancient Tripoli, as well as its lasting legacy in the modern world. The decline of ancient Tripoli was a gradual process, precipitated by a combination of internal weaknesses and external pressures. As the Roman Empire expanded its dominion over the Mediterranean world, Tripoli found itself increasingly marginalized, its trade connections disrupted, and its cultural influence waning. The city's famous glassworks, which had once produced some of the finest glassware in the ancient world, began to decline as Roman manufacturers developed their own glass-making techniques. One of the most significant factors contributing to ancient Tripoli's decline was the rise of neighboring cities, such as Leptis Magna and Sabratha. These cities, also founded by the Phoenicians, had grown in power and influence during the Punic Wars, and eventually eclipsed Tripoli as major centers of trade and culture. The construction of new roads and infrastructure by the Romans further accelerated this process as merchants and travelers began to bypass Tripoli in favor of more convenient and lucrative routes. Despite its decline, ancient Tripoli's cultural and historical heritage continued to exert a profound influence on the region. The city's unique blend of Phoenician, Egyptian, and Greek architectural styles, for example, can still be seen in the ruins of its ancient buildings, such as the Temple of Amun. The temple, which had once been a testament to the city's wealth and cultural sophistication, now stands as a poignant reminder of the transience of human achievement. As we consider the lasting legacy of ancient Tripoli, it is clear that its impact extends far beyond the confines of the ancient world. The city's strategic location at the crossroads of Africa, Europe, and Asia made it a crucial hub for the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. This legacy can be seen in the modern city of Tripoli, which continues to thrive as a center of trade and commerce. In the words of the great historian Ibn Khaldun, the city of Tripoli is a microcosm of the world, a place where East meets West and North meets South. This observation remains as relevant today as it was in Ibn Khaldun's time, for ancient Tripoli's legacy can be seen in the vibrant cultural landscape of the modern city, with its rich blend of Arab, Berber, and Mediterranean influences. As we conclude our journey through the fascinating story of ancient Tripoli, we are reminded that the past is never truly past, but continues to shape and inform our present. The city's decline and aftermath serve as a poignant reminder of the fragility of human achievement, while its lasting legacy inspires us to appreciate the enduring power of culture and history. In the words of Herodotus himself, the stories of old are not just mere relics of a bygone era, but living, breathing entities that continue to shape our understanding of the world and our place within it. As we reflect on the captivating story of ancient Tripoli, we are reminded of the importance of preserving and honoring our cultural heritage, lest we forget the lessons of the past and neglect the achievements of those who came before us. And so, dear listeners, we bid you farewell, but not before inviting you to join us on future journeys through the annals of time, as we explore more fascinating stories from the world of history. Thank you for joining me on this journey through ancient Tripoli, and I look forward to sharing more captivating tales with you in the future. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.